Inside PressBox is presented by Freedmont Mortgage. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender. Go to Freedmont.com now for all of your mortgage needs.
And welcome to another edition of Inside PressBox. I'm your host, Stan the Fan Charles. The NCAA Women's Lacrosse Tournament began on Friday. The Big East champions, Loyola Greyhounds, have earned the 6th seed, and they'll play host to Penn this Sunday at Loyola. Head coach of the Lady Greyhounds, Jen Adams, will be joining me in studio tonight. Plus, I'm going to talk with addiction recovery expert Lisa Densmore, who spoke recently at the Powered by Me conference. But first, out of the gate, let's head to Old Hilltop, where earlier this week I met up with Tom Chuckas of the Maryland Jockey Club to get a preview of the 137th running of the Preakness Stakes.
And as promised, with Vice President, General Manager of the Maryland Jockey Club, old friend Tom Chuckas. And Tom, 137 years of the Preakness. It's coming up. Tell us what's in store for this year's audience.
I think they're in for a fabulous, fabulous day. The race is shaping up very well. We're going to have the Derby winners coming tomorrow, or this afternoon, actually. He'll be stabled here with 7 other horses of Doug O'Neill's. We're looking for a full field of 14. We've improved the undercard. The Dixie's a little better this year. The Gallarette's better this year. We brought the Pimlico Special back this year. So the racing's going to be fabulous, and now we go to the infield. Headlining is Maroon 5. Wiz Khalifa is on the main stage. We've got Little Big Town, The Darkness, Mr. Green Jeans. We've been lucky this year on the volleyball side of this. We have 3 of the top 4 Olympic teams coming to participate that day. All in all, I think it's going to be a fabulous day. Sales are up. Hospitality's up, sponsorship's up. Now the only thing I ask you to take care of for me is the weather.
Well, we'll try our best to take care of the weather. Tell me a little bit about what affects ticket sales. Has Maroon 5 moved the needle a little bit?
Absolutely. I mean, if you go back into 2008, which was the last year for the BYOB, 9 was a rough year for us. We talked about that on your show back then. 10 got a little better. Last year we had Bruno Mars and Train. This year we have headlining Maroon 5 and Wiz, and from young people to middle age to older people, it's a home run. Now the stars aligned for us. Not only is Maroon 5 an excellent band, but Adam Levine and Maroon 5 are probably the hottest thing out there between The Voice and some other things going on. And they did a duet, or he did a song with Wiz Khalifa. It just lined up perfectly. We worked hard to get it, but the little luck comes into play, as you well know.
Now, you've taken your bruises a little bit on the marketing campaign with Pegasus and all this. Is Pegasus here to stay, and doesn't he do what you intend him to do, which is draw attention to a certain demographic?
Absolutely. I mean, we started with Get Your Precon. That was an excellent campaign. We transitioned into Pegasus last year. It was very controversial. But Pegasus wasn't for you and I. Pegasus was for the demographic 21 to 40. And he hit the home run. He hit the mark. For the future at Pegasus, you know, from the Jockey Club's perspective, we are always looking to improve, change things. We don't want to get stagnant. So Pegasus for next year will be up in the air for right now. I'm more concerned with this year. And he'll be in the infield this year. He'll be entertaining the folks out there. He's the mascot of the infield, not the mascot of the Preakness.
Tell me a little bit about this year's race, how it'll shape up. We're 10, 12 days away as we're taping this, but you're saying a full field. Is that 12, 14? How many horses?
It's 14 horses. The track here allows for 14 horses. We've got, as I said, the Derby winner will be here today. He'll be there. I'm hopeful Bodie Meister, the second place horse. There's a horse that Team Valor and Graham Motion has that'll be here also. There's probably a half a dozen horses coming out of the Derby that should show up, and there's about 7 or 8 new shooters that weren't quite ready or didn't have the graded earnings for the Derby. That there's pretty interesting horses. I think it's going to be a wide, open, competitive field, and I think the public is going to get what they want, an excellent race.
All right, and one of those new shooters, Tom, is Tiger Walk, and we're going to take a visit out to Sagamore Farms. My producer and videographer, Dave Lashley, got to see him working out and talk to his trainer, Ignacio.
I don't know if he's a superstar, but he's a very good horse. You know, maybe he's a superstar on the make. I mean, he's going to run now a 16 more than last time. I think that's going to be, you know, better for him. I mean, and when the distance get, you know, further, it's gonna be good for him. I think that he have everything, you know, to go long distance. He always get better every race, and he's doing good. He's a happy horse, and he's fresh. So I don't know. I mean, these horses have never faced a crowd like that. He's pretty cool, so I think that it's not gonna bother him. But it's very unpredictable because like crowds like Derby, Preakness Day and all that, I mean, they're not repeated very often. So it's something that is very special, so you never know how they're going to react. We do everything with school, we work with him, so, and he's a pretty, you know, good customer, so we think that he's going to be okay.
And we wish best of luck to our folks, our friends out at Pimlico, and also Sagamore Farms, and of course, Kevin Plank of Under Armour. And Preakness is next Saturday. Be sure to check out PressBox's new microsite, MarylandGaming.net, for all horse racing and gaming news. Up next, we'll talk with addiction recovery consultant Lisa Densmore, and Jen Adams will be here too, so don't go away. Go to PressBoxOnline.com and register a youth team in your community for a chance to be highlighted as the PressBox Youth Team of the Month. Sponsored by Sports Authority. Go to PressBoxOnline.com for all the details.